This is a story. It's a really old story, probably 500 years. It's all about little Margaret, and she's sitting one day combing her hair. Now in England, I know there's somebody here from England, this lady was called Lady Margaret. But when these songs came to America, you know, the colonists didn't want anything else to do with kings and queens and lords and ladies. So she became Little Margaret, and the gentleman in the song became Sweet William. And in this story, she's combing her hair one day, and she looks out the window, and she sees William riding by with his new-made bride, which surprises her because she thought she was going to be William's bride. And she tells her mother that she's going to go see him one more time and say goodbye and never see him again. So she appears at his bedside, and she has 3 questions she asks him. She says, "How do you like your snow white pillows? How do you like your sheets? And how do you like that pretty fair maid who's laying in your arms asleep?" And that's when William knew he'd made a really big mistake. Little Margaret sitting in her high hall chair, she was combing back her long yellow hair, saw Sweet William and his new-made bride riding up the road so near. Well, she threw down her ivory comb, and she threw back her long yellow hair, said, "I'm going down and bid him farewell, and I'll never more go there." Well, it was late in the night, and they were fast asleep. Little Margaret appeared all dressed in white. She was standing at their bed feet. She said, "How do you like your snow white pillows? How do you like your sheets?" She said, "How do you like that pretty fair maid who lays in your arms asleep?" "Very well do I like my snow white pillows. Well do I like my sheets. Much better do I like that pretty fair maid who's standing at my bed feet." So he called his serving man to go saddle the dappled roan, and he went to her father's house that night, and he knocked on the door alone. He said, "Is little Margaret in her room, or is she in the hall?" Little Margaret's in her cold black coffin, with her face turned toward the wall. Unfold, unfold those snow white robes, be they ever so fine, for I want to kiss those cold clay lips, for I know they'll never kiss mine. 3 times he kissed her cold, cold hands, twice he kissed her cheeks, once he kissed her cold clay lips, and he fell in her arms asleep. That's Little Margaret.